Hello, hello. May God bless you and may prosper you this day. My name is Rick and I am the cryptocurrency Watchman. Okay, we're going to do a little recap of the coins from yesterday. We were in profit in 3 of them. 2 of them were still kind of riding, and one of them really didn't do much, so let's look at them. We jumped in around the 11:30 mark, so right around in here. This is XMR, Monero. We really didn't see a rise out of anything, so if you're in it, stay in it, because it is going to go up. You should be able to pull your 5% out of this at least, but you're just going to have to be patient and give it a day or two, but it is going to go up. You're going to get your money out of it. Don't sell in the red. Okay, Litecoin is another one that we took a look at yesterday. We were right about in here when we were looking at it, and I said just, keep an eye on what was going on, get a little bit of a confirmation. We had a little bit of a bump here, but not really a confirmation. We were looking for it to continue rising. We thought maybe that it, or at least I did. I thought that it was, could be a retrace, could continue up, something to look at, but you can see it's just kind of riding its way down. So, yeah, Litecoin didn't really do much yesterday. This is the one that didn't show us anything. Okay, Lisk. We were right about in here somewhere, right around in here when we were looking at Lisk. Lisk is consolidating. So if you're in Lisk, stay in Lisk. It's going to go one way or the other. We're seeing more of the coins begin to turn green this morning. They were turning red last night. We saw quite a few turn red a little bit overnight, and but some of them are starting to pop up green again this morning. It's consolidating, so it's going to make a jump one way or the other. Stay if you got a little bit of a profit, you're not feeling confident about it, then by all means get out. But if you're in the red, do not sell. Lisk is going one way or the other, and it's one of those coins that is going to come back up. If we look at where they are, I mean, they're not really that high of a jump compared to where they were. But you can see the Bollinger Bands are coming closer together. So as they start squeezing together, and we're actually seeing a little bit of an uptick. So this could be, the beginning of something. Just keep an eye on it. You're going to get your 5% out of this one. Okay, BitShares. So yesterday we were somewhere in here, roughly, and I said keep an eye on BitShares. We were seeing a little bit of consolidation. We saw some numbers before. We're seeing a little bit of consolidation. Here we have an engulfing, and it started to, you saw a small spike here. Then we had a black cloud, another engulfing, kind of came up and just kind of consolidated its way. But then we almost had a doji right here. Not really an engulfing, but we had what started out to be a piercing, but and then it just rode its way up. And look at this. A nice little spike here, some good numbers made yesterday. So hopefully you were in this coin and you made some money. Okay, Golem coin. We were right about in here yesterday. It looked like we could have, we were on a trend. We were on our way up, and right about in here was when we were looking at it. I was hoping that it was going to continue going up. So we always need to look for our markers. We always need to look for our confirmation on these charts. And as you can see, we had somewhat of a black cloud here, and then we saw a doji, which is a definite indication of a change in a direction. Sure enough, it went bearish all the way down, and but we did see a little bit of a spike. If you got into Golem coin, stay in, because this one's we're gonna see some more numbers out of this. It's gonna climb back up to where it was. If you look at all time, it's really not that high up compared to where it has been in the past. This is a 1 month chart, so we're only looking like maybe a little over a couple of weeks ago. It was pretty high. So if you're in, stay in. You're gonna get your money back on this one. You just got to be patient sometimes with these. Okay, then the last one was NXT, and this one speaks for itself. I mean, it's still going up. And this is also one of my picks for today because it is on a climb up. Um, let's see, we were somewhere in here yesterday, and I was saying, keep an eye on it. It's consolidating. We could see some higher numbers, and sure enough, boom, look at this, and it's still going up. So hopefully you guys are in this one and still making profits. I mean, goodness gracious, you're looking at you could easily pull 15% or more out of this one today, especially if you jumped in down here when it was still consolidating. So yeah, that's and it's definitely one of my picks for today. I'm not even going to look at the chart on excuse me, Coinigy, because it speaks for itself. It's definitely going up. Okay, BitShares. We're seeing some retracing on BitShares, but you can see that we have a doji right here. We just had a severe drop. It's a nice jump during the day, like I was showing earlier. NXT is my first pick for today. This is my second pick. BitShares. We're retracing, and I believe we're going to see some more numbers out of this. But wait for your confirmation. Give it some time. I would switch between your 15-minute, your 30-minute, your 1 hour, your 2 hour. If you're on, you can see that, we have a doji right here. See, there's a doji. We saw a little bit of green, and then an engulfing, and it started to drop a little bit, and now we're just consolidating. Here's a doji. So it could very well be that I believe we're going to see some more numbers out of this, but wait for your confirmation. Be patient. This is a 1 hour chart on Coinigy. All indications say that it's not ready yet, but you can see it's getting ready to make that turn up. See what it did here? A nice little jump. Same thing right here. So, it's getting ready to make a turn up. And I believe we're going to see some higher numbers out of this. So we got the 1 hour. It's the 30-minute. Yeah, see, we're starting to see a little bit of green. Give it time, though. Wait for your confirmation of the 15-minute. We're consolidating. And it's getting ready to make a jump, and I believe that jump is going to be up. So keep an eye on it. Okay, next is Ripple. Ripple's time is coming. Maybe this is the beginning of something with Ripple. I believe Ripple is destined to be a $10 coin or better. I believe that over time Ripple is really, really going to climb, and it's going to be one of those coins that are going to come out on top. And I've always said this. Ripple, Litecoin, Digibyte. I believe that those are going to be three of the coins that are going to be traded broadly, and they're going to show a heck of a lot of profit. So if you're in for the long term, any of these three coins, you are going to make some serious profit in the end. You're just going to have to be patient about it. But in the meantime, for day trading, we can see that XRP or Ripple is still on an uptick. We're seeing a little bit of consolidation going on here. But let's take a look at the Coinigy chart here. Okay, Coinigy says that it's going down a little bit, which we are starting to see a little bit here. But we can see with the trend lines that we're seeing, they're testing these trend lines. We see a little bit of a wick here, but you can see, it tested past a little bit, but you can see where it wound up. Almost hit it here. So I believe that we're still on a trend on the way up. You can see that it's testing the line right here. Now, if it drops, which I don't think it is, I think at this point it's going to consolidate and begin to go up just a little bit. However, if it does begin to drop past this point, then chances are it's probably going to go down a little bit more. Even though we may still see some bigger numbers out of XRP. It did make. Look at this jump. This is a 4-day chart. This is only like a little over 2 days ago. Look at this jump. Look what it's done. The question is it still on the way up? It could be. You could pull 5% out of this. I don't think you're going to see the big numbers like you saw in here, but I think that you could pull 5%, maybe better, out of this one. But wait on your confirmation. Check your markers. Check your candles. We saw a doji here. We saw a little bit of red here. But, so you're definitely going to want to give it time. You can see they're kind of fighting right here, the bears and the bulls. So, yeah, I mean, you could see another jump, like we saw here, of 5% or better. So, keep an eye on it and, pray on it. That's my best advice for anybody, is to pray on every single investment that you make and do what the Lord leads you to do. Okay, the next one is Stratus. We saw a nice little jump right here overnight, and of course a retrace. We've got some consolidating. There's a doji right here. As it stands right now, now this is only a 30-minute chart. Let's go to the 15. Okay, yeah, so we see a doji right here. Change over to 24-hour. Doji here, we're seeing a little red. So the next two markers, we could be an indication of a buy sign to get in, because I believe that we could see some higher numbers out of STRAT. We saw a nice little jump here. If we go back, it's been a while since we've seen any real big numbers out of STRAT, and we definitely saw some big ones last night. So I believe that we could still see this one continue up, but check for your confirmations. Just give it time. I would give it at least a couple more markers. If it continues in the green and continues up, just like NXT is doing, then by all means jump in. So keep an eye on this one, because it could be a money maker today. Let's look over at Coinage real quick. So yeah, we're seeing the marker. Looks like it could be making a turn up here, and we're seeing a little bit of a marker here, maybe a beginning of a buy sign. And so yeah, just I would give it a little more time, and you could easily pull 5% out of this one. If it begins on its way up, you're going to get at least 5% out of this one today. So again, don't be greedy in your trading. Okay, the next one is EMC squared. Let's look at we're on the 30-minute chart. We can see that we got a little bit of a bump here. We had a retrace. We haven't seen a whole lot out of EMC lately. A few jumps here and there, but not crazy numbers as far as the price and everything. 5%, maybe 10%, in some of it. But EMC is one of those that I also believe is destined to be a better coin than what it is. I don't think it's going to have the kind of buying power that Litecoin, XRP, or maybe Digibyte would have. But it's a good coin. It's a good, strong coin, and for the long term, I believe that it could be a very good coin to hold on to. But in the meantime, we saw a retrace. We're seeing a little bit of a bump. We could see some higher numbers out of here, but let's keep an eye on it. Wait for your confirmation. Watch your candles. This could be an engulfing right here, but let's wait and see, and give a little time. But yeah, this one would definitely be a coin of interest just to keep an eye on today. Okay, Stellar. I made some money on Stellar over the past couple of days. I've made some money on Stellar more than once. We saw a nice little jump overnight, and so now we're looking at a retrace, and we could see some more numbers out of this one. If we take a look, okay, we can see with the lines. I mean, that I drew this kind of long. I wouldn't necessarily call this part of a trend, but it is testing the lines. You can see the same thing here. They're almost parallel. But they are testing the lines, and it is still following this line going up. So I believe that we could see some more numbers out of this one today, out of Stellar. You can see that we got a little bit of a buy sign here, jump here. It's showing going down here. This is a 30-minute chart. A quick 15-minute. Yeah, about the same thing. Anyway, guys, those are my picks for today. Keep an eye on Stellar. Wait for your confirmation on any of these coins. Please subscribe, guys. Please subscribe. And you guys have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.